I come before you today because I have rare taste. In everything but food, give me macaroni and cheese for dinner, give me Estonian disco from the 70s for dessert. And I just want to make you aware, if you are not yet, that I am a semi-professional playlist curator. The semi means I don't work at Spotify, but I do have custom Spotify playlist commissions open now. What that would entail is, let's say you came to me on Instagram and you said, Maud, I'm really craving an upbeat clowncore workout mix. I just need it in my life. I need to be on the elliptical listening to the kind of thing that clowns listen to when they fall down into a banana pie. I don't judge. I'm really excited by that sort of prompt. Now, this is something I could have for you by the end of the day. What would I put on there? What immediately comes to mind is Sparks, Oingo Boingo, Piero Umiliani, Circus Clown Calliope, Piero Piccolini, Alla Pugacheva, Jean-Jacques Perret, that kind of thing. Whatever the case may be, this is all something we hash out before I present you with a 40-song playlist in response to the criteria you gave me. Now, this whole process is focused on music discovery, flat out. Let's say I give you a 40-song clowncore upbeat workout mix. You know the Oingo Boingo song, you know the Sparks song. I'm replacing those suckers free of charge because I want you to have 40 songs that you have never heard before. That is what I'm trying to do, is be a music discovery program that is powered by a human mind and not this AI algorithm nonsense that gives you weird and frankly unimaginative connections between artists. Maybe you've had the experience of really liking a song on Spotify, going to the radio and being really disappointed by what the computer barfs out at you. Computers don't know what vibes are. You know what I mean? I know what a vibe is. I can compile playlists based on vibes alone. So just really quick, I wanted to just give you a list of criteria that you can give me, a human being with no algorithms, just flesh and neurochemicals, in order to make you the playlist of your dreams. First and foremost, like I said, I'm a vibe master. I'm a vibe smith. You can give me one word for the kind of vibe you're going for, and I can probably come up with something pretty damn cool. Let's say clowncore. Maybe you want to listen to something solemn and pensive. Maybe you want a playlist that's angry. Maybe you want a playlist that is cottagecore, sweet Studio Ghibli kind of vibes. These are all things I can take and run with. Maybe you could give me an artist or a couple of artists that you really like. If you like the Beatles, I would immediately throw an Apples in Stereo song right at you. Maybe you want to dive into a genre or a decade of music more. Maybe you're intrigued by disco and would like to know more about disco. Maybe you're intrigued by the 1920s because you are watching Boardwalk Empire and you love the soundtrack. Maybe you have an occasion for which you're hoping to use a playlist, such as working out, partying your little tuchus off, writing or studying or painting, some kind of music that lends its way to focus, background noise, inspiration, that sort of thing. Maybe you're hoping for a playlist that you can listen to when you smoke the electric lettuce. I don't judge, I love that kind of shit. Maybe you're hoping to listen to this playlist during a specific time of the year. Maybe it's the middle of winter, but it's never too late to start planning the summer playlist of your dreams. Maybe, for shits and giggles, you can tell me some of your zodiac placements, and I can work that in somehow too. Maybe you are a passionate fan of a TV show, and you have a sneaky, delicious little ship of people on the show. Maybe you have a toxic old man yaoi pairing that makes your heart pitter patter, and you'd like to listen to a playlist that reminds you of these two crotchety, beautiful, pansexual old men. That sort of thing. Maybe you don't need any of this. Maybe you can just come to me and say, I want 40 songs that I will like. No more hints. And I will give you 40 of the most agreeable bops that I think you've never heard and that I think you'll enjoy, based on no criteria whatsoever. I'm creative like that. So now for the rest of the video, I'm going to be coming up with hyper-specific playlist prompts that I could demolish by the end of the day if given the opportunity. Songs that mermaids will like. Songs for your favorite Major Arcana tarot card. Songs that will make you choreograph dance moves in your head. Songs for doing cheeky little outfit reveals on TikTok. Songs that would work for a house party in 2014. Something I call Disco International. The world would be your funky oyster. If you want a playlist that'll make you feel like draping yourself in velvet and pearls, I've got that up my sleeve too. I'm saying I've got the expertise, I've got the neural connections, I've got the chutzpah, I've got the moxie, I've got the pizzazz, and I've got the know-how to compile 40 songs based on anything you could tell me you need. Now, for a 40-song playlist of songs that I guarantee you will never hear before. If you've heard one, I replace it. If you've heard that one, I replace that too, and we do it until you have 40 songs you have never laid ears on before. For all of that, I simply ask that you kill Andrew Jackson and send him over to me via Venmo or PayPal. Now, here's what you do if you don't want to pay $20 for 40 brand new to your ears songs. You can leave this video immediately and go check out that baby tapir that was just born in that zoo, because that is so cute. Preferably do that before you leave some kind of weird comment. That would be appreciated. Another thing you can do is you can just go to Spotify, do all this digging yourself. You can open your computer, go to Spotify, have your fingers poised over the keys, racking your brains to figure out what to type to get exactly what you want. That sounds kind of hard. What else can you do? You can go to the Spotify Discover Weekly on Spotify, listen to that 30-song playlist they compile for you. If you're really lucky, you'll add all 30 of them to your library because they will be just so spot on to your taste. Right? All of the alternatives I mentioned are free. However, they're not quite as good, are they? Well, shoot. My point overall is that I am better than the Spotify algorithm. I have the connections, I have the know-how, I have the research power, I have clairvoyance. So if you're in a rut, in a musical rut, you can keep doggy paddling for life in the Spotify Discover Weekly. So if you're in a Spotify rut, the best way to get out of it is starting a commission with me. I'm sorry, it's just true. If this doesn't sound like your cup of tea, I totally get it. No worries. You're welcome to take your chance with the Spotify algorithm. Robots are notoriously good at knowing what music is and what it means to human beings. No worries. However, if you're curious about this process and would love to know more, feel free to DM me on my Instagram. I'm always taking messages. I want to have a one-on-one discourse with you about your dream Spotify playlist before I go ahead and start the commission process. You're also welcome to spitball ideas in the comments. I'm of course always curious to hear from you. What kind of playlist would you want if you started this commission process with me? Always down to collab. And just know that if you start a commissions process with me, I will pour my heart and soul into it, because that's what I do. If you're not quite ready to bite the bullet and start a commissions process with me, I have about 100 free playlists already on my Spotify that will be linked in the description below. A lot of my playlists are playlists that have been commissioned by others in the past. And if you're curious about what a maudlin Spotify playlist sounds like, go feel free to look at those. I compile playlists in my sleep, so I can't wait to get one started for you. And until next time, bye!